welcome to 151 Garage. I'm Jill, and today we're going to discuss the Bronco Heritage Edition and the Limited Edition. Now, let's start with the Heritage Edition Limited Edition Bronco. Ford has not opened up and will not open up ordering for customers. You're not going to be able to do that with the Limited Edition, unfortunately. Ford has not opened that for customers. They are only allotting 1,966 two-doors and 1,966 four-doors in celebration of that launch year for the Bronco originally. Only dealerships will get the Bronco. Now, I don't know if the dealerships are going to be able to build it how they want and then Ford will build it and ship it, or if Ford will just build the thing and ship it to the dealership. I'm kind of thinking the latter is going to be it. I think Ford will just build it and then ship it to the dealership and say, here, sell it. That's just my guess on it. Now, the dealership are going to decide who gets to buy it. So if you see it in the showroom, so say that you walk into your dealership and there is a very nice looking limited edition Heritage sitting in the showroom and you want to buy that, the dealership has every right to say no. They don't have to sell it to you. They may find somebody else that's way up higher on the list that's bought an obscene amount of cars and only from them or something, and they will probably call that customer up and say, hey, look, we have this car, would you like to buy it? That's usually how they do it, is they go by the loyalty of the customers, how many cars you bought there, what your service record is like, and blah, 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 blah. That's usually how they do it. There will be no price protection on this model vehicle. Now, what that means is when we bought our Badland and our Black Diamond, I had the Black Diamond behind the camera, by the way, but my Badland sitting outside and the Black Diamond, when we ordered both of those, we got a sheet of paper that listed the price on each one and a signature from the general manager of the sales department that said, we will not raise the price, this is locked in at this price, you will walk away paying this much. So that's what a price protection is. Now, the dealership was the limited editions. Some of them are only going to get two, while a majority of the dealerships will only get one. That's just because of the size of the dealership will allow more allotments. So the bigger the dealership, the more slots you get. The smaller the dealership, the less slots you have, which are called allotments. So I'm thinking like the major dealerships, say like in Miami and New York and Los Angeles and major cities, they're probably going to be able to get two while the rest of them get one of the limited editions Heritage. There will be extremely high markups, probably worse than what we've seen with the Broncos when they first came out. Now, if you guys remember, we've done videos about the price gouging, especially on eBay, where the Big Ben that we have sitting outside here, which is nothing really special, it's 2.3 manual, that's about it, went on eBay for like $90,000. Which is insane because that vehicle is only worth maybe 40. So expect extremely high markups in prices, which I don't agree with, and that's all I'm going to leave it as. Now, eBay will probably be exceptionally higher if one happens to manage to land on that site, per se. So say somebody walks in the showroom, they were able to buy one, they'll probably put it on eBay and mark it up to $200,000. It would not surprise me if they did. The limited edition Heritage is based on the Black Diamond, which is one step above the Big Bend. The badging on the side, you know how you have that little vinyl sticker? I don't know if you guys can see it, but that little vinyl sticker there on the side of the fender, it's going to say Bronco, but it's going to be a metal and not a vinyl sticker that says Bronco. So you're going to have a little bit more of that heritage look to it. They're going to try and keep it as real as possible on this one. Obviously, you're going to get the white grille, the white roof, the squared off fender flares, the stripe down the side, the red letterings, the red accents. I don't know about the interior. I know you have a white dash, which, why you did a white dash, I don't know. But if you guys are fortunate enough to get a vehicle like that and it has a white dash, put something on that white dash, because it's going to be reflecting a lot of sun and it's going to blind you. Especially if you live in the tropics like what we do, you're going to get blinded. The interior, I don't know if the limited edition, because I really couldn't find a lot of information on it, is going to have like the dark cloth interior with like a plaid insert in the middle where you sit and where your back touches. I don't know if that's going to be carried through just the Heritage or if it's going to carry over into the limited part of it. So I don't know about that. Your wheels are going to be 17-inch white ones with a dog dish hubcap style to it. Sasquatch is included. It only has the high or luxe package, so you're gonna either, if you're fortunate enough to get one, you're either gonna have one with the high package or the luxe package. Now my Badlands has the luxe package, just saying. So it's technically like a first edition without the first edition price or decals. But those are the two packages that you're going to get. High is a little bit lower than the luxe, so just FYI. 2.7 liter EcoBoost, which the only thing that they come in for the limited, as well as only an automatic. You don't get your choice of a manual shifter, unfortunately, which in a way kind of sucks. I mean, if you're really going to go balls to the wall and have a Heritage Edition, why not include manual in both the limited and the actual Heritage? I'm just saying. 3 colors will be available on this one. 2 of them which are blue, 1's yellow. So at launch of the limited edition, you're only going to have it in robin egg blue, which is like a sky blue, light blue, baby blue, however you want to call it. Then the yellow, the information on the yellow paint was a little bit conflicting, because I read like 4 or 5 different articles and they weren't exactly 100% clear. 1 or 2 of them may have said that Yellowstone Metallic is going to be the next color after Robin Egg, which is based on the prairie yellow of the 60s, 70s when it first came out. So I don't know if it's going to be prairie yellow or if it's going to be Yellowstone Metallic based off the prairie yellow. So if you know, drop a comment. The color after that is going to be peak blue. So you're going to have robin egg, the yellow, and then peak blue. Now, prices were also all over the board according to all these websites that I went to. So I'm just going to give you a generalized ballpark. MSRP for the limited edition is going to be $67,000 to $69,000, somewhere in there. And that doesn't even include the markup. You only get 5 goat modes though. I mean, if you're going to have a limited edition, hell, why not throw all the goats at it? I think there's 8. I mean, I think Ben has 8. I know he's got 7 for sure, but I think he has 8. So the 5 goat modes that are going to be on the limited edition is going to be normal, eco, sport, slippery, and sand. So no rock crawl and no mud and ruts, and if there's another one, that one's not included either. One of these days, they really need to just build a Bronco with like everything on it, like all the goats, no hold bars. That would be awesome. And you also get your Haas suspension because Sasquatch is included in it. Now let's go and talk about the Heritage Edition. I'm going to switch back to the one trim lower. I'm not really going to discuss the Bronco Sport Heritage Edition on this, because really everybody kind of makes fun of the Sport because they don't consider it a Bronco. But you know what? Bronco Sports are Broncos too, man. Baby Broncos are Broncos too. So, the Bronco Heritage Edition, not the limited, is going to be based off the Big Bend, like what we have sitting outside. It will have Sasquatch as a standard option. So, it doesn't matter what color you get, what engine size you get, you will have Sasquatch. And you're going to have the Haas suspension as well. And I think you're going to get 5 goat modes on this too. I don't know. But you get 2 options for engines. You get your 2.3 and your 2.7. And you get a manual or an automatic. Now, the Heritage Edition, you will be able to customize how you want. The only thing I don't like about that is the colors. It doesn't scream Heritage. Oh, and the only option for like your mid, your high, your luxe that you're going to be able to pick, you're only going to have the mid-level package available, and that's it for the Heritage Edition. For the sport, I think what they're doing for the sport, just to touch it briefly, I think it's going to be like my Badlands, where it's a 2.0 liter, and you're going to have like the Badlands base to it with the Heritage look. I think. Don't quote me on it. I didn't really research that one because really, like I said, nobody cares about that one too much. But if you'd like to have me do a video about the Heritage Bronco Sport, let me know in the comment down below and I'll be happy to do one. You're going to get your white top, your white grille, your red lettering, your vinyl stripe along the side, and a vinyl sticker that said Bronco in a script style. Your wheels are going to be 17-inch slotted wheels. They're not going to have like the dog dish hubcaps to them. The 5 colors available is Azure, which is a darker blue, Cactus Gray, Carbonite Gray, Race Red, and Shadow Black. So out of all those colors, Cactus Gray is kind of close because they did have a color similar to that, and Race Red as well. And I don't even include black because black is like notorious for every single make, model, and brand of car. But I mean, you don't even get your chance of the yellow, the teal, you know, the fun colors. I'm like, dude, if you're gonna have a limited edition or a Heritage Edition even, bring back the Heritage colors, man, come on. Now, it doesn't say if these are going to be excessively marked up, but it wouldn't be surprising if they were. So MSRP for just the Heritage Editions is roughly $45,000 to $47,000. This includes the destination charge. I would expect that the dealership to probably hike up the price quite a bit. And again, the same thing with eBay, you're probably going to find them really expensive. Now, the interior that I discussed with the limited edition, I think is going to be the same as the Heritage one. I don't know if you're going to be able to pick and choose like a cloth or leather or even a marine grade or the colors. I know you get a white dash and the red accents. But as far as like the actual seating colors, I'm not exactly sure if that's going to be the same across the board. I'm assuming so, but don't quote me on it. I mean, information was kind of limited that I found, so I'm just giving you the best I can. But if you guys know more, drop it down in the comments down below. Because that's all there is to it. But that does it for today's video. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's about it. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.